Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. MrRecon here, and we have another account overlook video for you guys on Girls X Battle 2. So before we get into today's video, real quick, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It's free. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you can notify you when I make a new video. And don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment down below what you think of Zotsukun's account. I know that's a weird spelling name, saying it Zotsukun. I'm probably saying that wrong. Of course, I butchered the heck out of it. Everybody knows I butcher names. If you're new to the channel, that's what I do. I butcher names. It's just how I do things. All right. As you can see here on your screen, he said check his DMs. I already read them. It's kind of a weird thing that I log into the account and there's a little personal message for myself ready to go. Kind of interesting. I haven't had that before, but cool. I read it and I also read your email. My nose itches again. I don't know why. Seems to be a recurring thing these days. But the big thing here is that you've had this account for a while. You've only recently started to actually get into the game, and you want to focus on PvE. Great. I like PvE myself, and this might be not a bad idea for your account. So with that being said, I'm just going to focus on PvE. I'm not going to talk about PvP at all. I've noticed your patrol is not done. You only have a rogue at LB2, and your Mika is at LB. It's 10 star, and you don't have an Angelica either. So I know Angelica, Mika, and Rogue can beat Nightmare 100. Problem is you don't have any of them to LB5. So, Zots, I would suggest that you get one of them to LB5. Rogue might be easier because she's already ahead of Mika, unless depending on something happens, you get your Mika to LB5 first, because you get the copies, which would be amazing. But if you don't, just do whichever one first. Or let's say you somehow come across a bunch of Angelic copies to finish that, you can do that. But for the most part, you don't really have a PvE team, I'm not going to lie. You have like an old school PvP build that was good 3 months ago. Right? So, key point here you can do is that you can keep collecting your boxes. I know you have 4 Estals right now. 1 in your bag, and well, they're all in your bag, but 1 is in shards, and the other 3 are in items in the box, the normal faction box. So you have 4 Estals right now, right? So that the NGIF can become an Estal at some point. You also are going to try and get Blair copies. Don't see we see any. I didn't think I saw any. Okay, you have 1 Blair copy. I stand corrected. So you need 8 more of those. You can do Angelica as well. She helps with single targets. So you have enough to build her 9 star. I'm seeing you're probably going to be working on that. The biggest thing I see here is a lot of side projects. Focus on one thing at a time. And even if, let's say, you have a bunch of copies to make a girl like you did for NGIF. I'm going to use this as an example. You should have just left it as her out as normal copies and just built food up and saved that food whenever you got copies, let's say, to LB5 Rogue, which does decent early game for, I should say, PvE stuff. Not the best. Fenrir can help you a little bit in that when it comes to your guild bosses, not Guild Boss 61 as much, but the other guild bosses, Practical Works, Sky Island, depending on which season it is, what their abilities are. Fenrir can work great for that. Jonah is also good for PvE stuff. You can build her up. Not the optimal, but let's say you happen to run into copies of her, 4 more, and you want to do that, you can. Linky is fine at 9 star for now. If you want at some point get her to 10 star, you can leave her at 10 star. The Psychic could have stayed at 10 star as well. You didn't need her at LB3. The only reason you probably maybe push her a little bit higher like that is for test per se, because in test you might have to upgrade her health a little bit so that way she doesn't die instantaneously. You could also just do Geisha for that if you're going to try and push tests, which should be easy. You can just make that a 10 star. I think some people leave Geisha as a 9 star as well. So, but You don't really need the Neff for PvE. The only time you would need Neff is for HE, really. For focusing mostly on PvE. She does help in security squads. I guess you could say it's good there. But if you're trying to do what I do, not so much. But she can still be used. I guess you could use her as a filler for now. Invest in Izanami if you ever get one. That's pretty much. So let's put it like this. You're gonna need at some point an Izanami, a Blair, an Angelica, Estel. Who else? Sivney, Linky, Phyrexia. Kind of the big major ones that are in play right now. I probably may be missing one or two other ones. But the key point is that, like I've said before, Estel's multiple targets. Blair can do single targets, but he works well with Estel and multiple targets. Linky, let me just do this. Angelica is a single target attacker, so she works great against single target bosses like Sanctuary Practical Works, some of the Sky Island bosses. Linky and Phyrexia are your support, same as Sivney. She's actually doing really well now too. Depending on the boss, one might do better than the other, so don't just say Phyrexia's the best one. Yes and no. They might be like Sivney's the best one. Yes and no. They say my Linky is. Yes and no. Take it as each one might be different for a boss or better for the boss, or the fight that's going on for the PvE stuff. One might be better than the other. Kassy, I also forgot about Kassy. Kassy helps boost damage, so you might want to get a Kassy at some point to help boost like Blair or Angelica's damage. There are some screenshots of Guild Boss 61 fights with that. That's if you're pushing high damage. It's not really matter, but it's if you want to see if you can do that much. Helps out on Sky Island to help your whole guild out, getting higher rankings for more guild coins. You're trying to push Sanctuary damage like I do. You're gonna need a Kassy for that. Practical Works, you don't really need that much because we don't have an updated version yet. Hopefully we will, but Phyrexia is just godly in that. Really all you need is a Phyrexia, at least a couple damage dealers, and you're good, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of what you're trying to look for. Your HE's not bad. House exams, just make sure you're rating on angels to try and get the shards for angels, which would be this right here. You know, hopefully you just keep building that up, and when Angelica pops in there, try and get some Angelicas. That'll help out. It's gonna take you a long time, I'm not gonna lie, to switch over. Considering what you have an old school PvP lineup. Worked back in the day, but right now it's gonna be a little bit of transition. Might take you till Christmas. And that being said, keep saving till Christmas. I know that Kassy's right now for enrolls. I don't know if you did any or not. Hope not. You didn't. Okay, save your enrolls. Just wait till Christmas to use everything. Christmas comes around, use everything. If you want to use slots before then, that's fine, because slots is not part of a Christmas event. Usually it isn't. It hasn't been. Either that and anniversary. So I don't know. You can save them if you want to find something special or to do more rounds, but you can wait on that. Hopefully Sivney is enrolled on Christmas, because that will really help your account for PvE stuff. To tell you the truth, I would wait for Christmas on that. Yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, antique wise, just save your ruins and your lucky charms to get a pay to win artifact when it comes around again, like the event we just had recently. To get them in the little store that you have during that weekly during slots week, which should be this coming week. Just keep save for that. I know it might be rough. Like, people will be like, well, get copies of girls first. Yes and no. You can get your copies that you need right now from Lovely's Journey every month from that box, as long as you get it. And if you have to spend $1 here and there to be light to get to that 200, if you're willing to do that, you can do that. And if you're struggling with that, then I guess go your ruins into cafe and get your copies that way. But right now, you have 3 boxes unopened for Estels, and you have 1 in your bag. So it's a matter of getting to anniversary, pulling your capsules open, seeing what you get, see what you can do, and just keep getting Lovely's Journey to 200 every month done for sure. And just keep slowly progressing. You'll get there eventually. It might take you a whole year. It might take you 6 months to get what you need. It's just playing the slow game at that point. Don't panic and just be like, oh, it's right there now. Hopefully, let's say like Girls Assembly, I noticed you got done, which was great. Gives an Estel copy out, or some other event we get gives out free copies, you know, kind of stuff like that to try and grab them. Like Lovely's Journey. I think there was Estel one time. Maybe if you get enough Shining Pearls, you can get a girl copy that way too as well, depending on which one you need. Cat, no, please don't grace us with her presence. She's about to destroy stuff. Just play the slow game, okay? Your count's not bad. It's just gonna need some work, but just remember what we talked about, which ones are good for what, and when you're doing a PvE mode, not all girls are gonna be the best for that. Oh, and Izanami is great for Sanctuary, by the way. She's like the key to getting high damage in Sanctuary. If you don't have her, you're gonna get stunned and you're gonna be screwed. But yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you on this account. Say hi to Yoda. She's right here. She's being naughty today. She keeps climbing on my desk and destroying stuff. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you today. Stay safe out there. It's a crazy world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Say bye-bye, Yoda. Bye-bye.